Right? We'll just bow our heads in prayer, please. Hello? God is good.
All the time.
And all the time.
God is good.
First and foremost, I'll just give thanks to Almighty Jesus for for this day and the opportunity to share His word. Thank Asi and Leaf for allowing me again to share the word of God. Sweet. I know the last couple of times I've been up here, kind of been talking about depressing stuff, setting the stage for the Antichrist, the devil's plans. I must admit, it sounds pretty depressing, huh? And a bit scary as well. So, what's to stop us from saying, since the devil's plans are happening, he's running well, we might as well give up. Like, what's the use of trying if the devil's going to win? What's to stop us from saying that? You kind of get what I mean? Like, if the devil's winning his plan, we might as well just give up. We might as well just go outside and have a nice big party. At least when the devil takes over, at least we had a little bit of fun. You know what I mean? Everybody looks like they're sleeping at me. Anyway, but before we get to panic mode, before we get to that, I want you guys to know that the devil has his plans, but it's always within God's plan. He can't go outside. Can we all turn to Luke chapter 8, verse 26 to 32? Very famous story. When you guys all have it, I'll read it out for us. Oh, change that. When you guys have it, we'll read it. Get you guys working too. So Luke chapter 8, verse 26 to 32. You guys all got it? If you don't have a Bible, stick here, I'll read it out anyway. Okay, let's get started. Luke chapter 8, verse 26 to 32. And it goes, they sailed to the region of Jerusalem, which is across the lake from Galilee. When Jesus stepped ashore, he was met by a demon-possessed man from the town. For a long time this man had not worn clothes or lived in a house, but had lived in the tombs. When he saw Jesus, he cried out and fell at his feet, shouting at the top of his voice, What do you want with me, Jesus, Son of the Most High God? I beg you, don't torture me. For Jesus had commanded the evil spirit to come out of the man. Many times it had seized him, and though he was chained hand and foot and kept under guard, he had broken from his chains and had driven by the demon into solidarity. Jesus asked him, What is your name? Legion, he replied, because many demons had gone into him. And they begged him repeatedly not to order them to go into the abyss. A large herd of pigs was feeding there on the hillside. The demons begged Jesus to let them go into them, and he gave them permission. When the demons came out of the man, they went into the pigs, and the herd rushed down to the steep bank into the lake and was drowned. Sweet. That's the verse that I've chosen for today to kind of encourage us on our walk. So, after reading that verse, can we say, there's power in the name of Jesus?
There's power in the name of Jesus.
A bit more, come on guys. There's power in the name of Jesus.
There's power in the name of Jesus.
Oh, come on, one more time. There is power in the name of Jesus.
There's power in the name of Jesus.
Much more like that. I like that. You know? I like that. There's power in the God that we serve. Amen?
Amen.
When I first read this story, I wanted to know, like, what's legion? Like, how many demons are there in the legion? When I checked up on the internet kind of gave me this reason. It goes, oh, back in those times it was the Romans, so, you know, the numbers of legions would have been around 5,000 to 10,000. Supposedly that's the number. Supposedly that's the number that was in this guy too. Another argument was like, well, there was 2,000 pigs. Maybe there was 2,000 spirits in them. So when they went out, that was the argument there. Well, I was thinking about this during the week, and then God said, it doesn't matter, the number, Sifa. 2,000, 5,000, 10,000, 100 million, 2 billion, it doesn't matter.
Amen.
And they all buckled to the name of Jesus.
Amen.
Hallelujah.
They all buckled to the name of Jesus. Do you guys know that nobody else in this little town knew who Jesus was? But this guy did. The possessed man knew who Jesus was.
Amen.
And before Jesus got off the boat, he dove at Jesus' feet. What does that say to you about the devil? Like, before Jesus got there, this guy was walking around. I'm the naked man around here. Nobody can't tell me what to do. You try to put chains on me, I'm going to rip that stuff off. You can't do anything to me. Do you see the difference when Jesus shows up? And Jesus hadn't said anything yet. I just got my foot off the shore. And then already, somebody was already on it. It was like, what are you doing, dogs? I just got off my boat. You understand the power that Jesus has.
Amen.
Well, when you kind of look at it, the devil loves to do this to us, see? He makes us look bad. He loves us to look like the naked guy that everybody points at, makes fun of. And then we try everything in our might. Try everything with our logic. You know, maybe the reason is we haven't locked him up properly. And then he breaks out free, showing how useless we are. And then us thinking that we're useless, we're like, oh, maybe he is all powerful. Maybe I am the naked guy in the corner. But I want you guys to remember, youth. Are we Christians? Are we Christians? Then the same Jesus that these demons buckle to is the same Jesus that dwells inside of you. So that's the same Jesus. I know the devil has a plan, he has a game, he has schemes. But when Jesus is around, he always finishes second best.
Amen.
If you're finding it a little bit troubling, the things and the facts that you find these days, could you please turn to John chapter 16, verse 33. I find comfort in this verse. The first time I read it on Facebook. I know it's slightly surprising where you can find the source of God these days. You know, but John chapter 16, verse 33, it says, I have said these things to you, that in me you may have peace in the world. You will have tribulation, but take heart, I have overcome the world.